Good morning, students. Today we are going to study about the civics lesson government. In this lesson, first we will study about the meaning of government. In order to lead a comfortable and happy life, we need a systematic administration. An organization that has the legal sanction to run the administration is called government. What is the meaning of government? An organization that has the legal sanction to run the administration is called as government. This institution has the responsibility to form the laws and implement them in order to ensure order and peace in the life of the citizens. Next, types of government. There are many types of governments. Here we will see about the three important types of government. The three important types of government are: first one, democratic government; second one, dictatorial government; third one, communist government. Which are the three types of government? First one, democratic government; second one, dictatorial government; and the third one is communist government. First, democratic government. Democratic government functions through the elected representatives of the people. It functions through the elected representatives of the people. In this government, people rule themselves through their representatives. In this government, people rule themselves through their representatives, and this is called as people's government. The freedom that people have to choose their representatives is the basic trait of democracy. Democracy is a system that gives individual freedom, freedom of expression, and freedom of forming associations. Democracy, it gives individual freedom, freedom of expression, and freedom of forming associations. Abraham Lincoln said that democracy is a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. According to Abraham Lincoln, democracy is a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Mainly, there are three organs of the government. Mainly, there are three organs of the government. They are legislature, second one executive, and the third one is judiciary. The main work of the legislature is framing the laws, and the work of executive is implementing the laws framed by the legislature. And the judiciary, it works or it deals with the issues of justice, or it gives judgment. Legislature, executive, and judiciary. Legislature framing the laws, executive implementing the laws, and judiciary giving judgment is the main work of judiciary. Next one, dictatorial government. Second type of government is dictatorial government. In dictatorial government, the power of the entire state is concentrated in one individual or with a group of individuals. In this government, the power of the entire state is concentrated in one individual or with a group of individuals. The will of one individual or one group is the principle of a dictatorial government. While democracy upholds the freedom, the dictatorial government rejects the freedom. Ruler's wish becomes the law. In this government, ruler's wish becomes the law. In this type of government, all social, economical, religious, and other principles are nothing but the orders of the ruler. Citizens have no right to oppose it or criticize it. Citizens, they have no right to oppose it or criticize it. We can see dictatorial government in 16th century Europe and in countries like France, Spain, Russia and England during 18th century. Now, features of dictatorial government. First one is single party, single leader and single political agenda. In a dictatorial system, there is an opportunity only for one party, that is single party. It is the party of the dictator. Other political parties or associations and institutions are not allowed to function in this type of government. Next is single leader. The government is run by a single leader. The dictator represents the unity of the country and the dictator takes decisions in all the matters and his decision is final. Next is single political agenda. There is a single political agenda for the complete nation. It is the agenda of the party that belongs to the dictator. That is the first point or first feature of a dictatorial government. Single party, single leader and single political agenda. Second one, no individual freedom. In dictatorial system, individuals will not have any rights or freedom. The citizens will have no right to form associations, organize meetings and express their will. They have no right to criticize the administration. The citizens have to accept and approve the administration of the ruler. Third point or third feature, glorification of nationalism. Nationalism is given extreme importance in dictatorial government. Nationalism is given extreme importance, topmost importance in dictatorial government. It expects people to undergo any sacrifice for the sake of the country. Fourth point, totalitarianism. Fourth feature is totalitarianism. The dictatorship is totalitarian and it regulates the social, political, economic, educational and cultural factors. There should be nothing against the government and everything should be in favor of the nation. And the fifth feature is racial superiority. The dictatorship accepts the racial superiority. It believes that their race is superior to the races living in other countries or other nations. The dictatorship is against the democratic system. The dictatorship is against the democratic system. And the third type of government is communist government. The communist government is a government that believes in the principle that all basic means of production like land, labor and capital belongs to the community. It gives more importance to the community. And it also believes that one should work as per his capacity and one should get as per his needs. There is no provision for private property in this government. In this government, there is no provision for private property. According to communist philosophy, private property widens the differences between poor and rich and it leads to struggles between the rich and the poor. If private property is more, there is a gap between or difference between poor and rich, or it leads the struggle between rich and the poor. This system of government was advocated by Karl Marx, the German philosopher. Karl Marx was the German philosopher. He advocated the which type of government? Communist government. Next we'll see about the features of communism. First one, community owns the property. If the means of production like land, labor and capital are in the hands of private individual, the exploitation starts. Hence, all the means of production are to be owned by the community. So, here they gave more importance to which one? Community rather than the private property. Second one, equality. In communism, every citizen is equal in all the ways. It treats everyone equal without discriminating on the basis of class, caste, religion and race. Third point is classless society. Third feature of communist government is classless society. There are no rich and poor classes in communism. Therefore, it creates the classless society. The principle of communism is that there should be only one class, that is working class. Fourth one, power to workers. The existence of private ownership leads to exploitation in the name of profit, which in turn creates class system. Fifth one is revolutionary change. The social system is changed in a short period of time. Then equal political, economic and social benefits are given to everyone equally. So everyone can lead a comfortable and happy life. So communism is government in favor of human beings. So dear students, I hope you understood about meaning of government, types of government, organs of the government and its features of government. Open your textbook, read the lesson properly and try to understand the lesson. Thank you.